Hey friends, how are you? Happy Wednesday. It's Pam Morin, Creative Memories Advisor. Thanks for joining me for Scrap Your Stash. We get together every Wednesday night and we use our stash and make some fun projects together. So I hope you'll join us. My normal time is 7 p.m. Getting started a little late tonight, technical difficulties, but I'm so glad that you're here and I am ready to get started. How about you? If you're joining and coming on, please let me know where you're joining from. I'd love to say hi. And let's first talk about what we have going on in Creative Memories. It is actually Creative Memories' birthday this week. Happy 10th anniversary, new Creative Memories. If you are familiar with Creative Memories, you will know that 10 years ago in 2014, Creative Memories was purchased by a new owner. So we became the new Creative Memories, and they reorganized everything and they reformatted and they new strategies, and it's been awesome. I love these last 10 years of Creative Memories. The advisor plan is the best there is because you can join and you do not have to sell. You do not have to host events. You don't have to do anything but enjoy that discount that you get on all of your products. So our advisor membership plan is the best since we started as the new Creative Memories. And they also have a strategy for our product line, and we stay in the same areas. We don't try to branch out into other areas. We stay in the one area that we know is the best, the most popular, that works. And we keep our product line lean and streamlined so that we are moving product along and providing you with new and exciting product, but not getting into too many different types of products, which is one of the reasons the old Creative Memories went bankrupt. They really came in and reorganized and made things so much better with the new Creative Memories. So I'm always happy to celebrate the birthday every year. And the way that we celebrate is we give you something free. So this year, and actually the last couple years, there has been a booklet. And this year, the booklet is 52 project recipes. So a project recipe includes the cutting guides and all the measurements and the color of paper, the variety of paper that you need to use. Um, and you can make these great layouts and follow along in the booklet. And these are all project recipes that are prior to 2023. So they're trying to give you um, recipes that are older so that they may not be ones that you've done yet. So, and then also you get that booklet, and then you also get the embellishments, and you get these free when you spend $100. So this is always a great promo to get a fun booklet that is full of ideas and inspiration. So that's what's going on now. Is our 10-year birthday is this year. So I hope you guys will take advantage of that free booklet. And those are great to take to crops for to get your creative juices going and give you some ideas and inspiration. So check out the booklet. They have new features in the booklet this year. It includes, hold on just a second. Let me bring that up here real quick. I want to tell you all about this great book, because if you've if you have the ones from previous years, those are sketchbooks. So that's how it's different. This year it is the project recipes. So again, it has a cutting guide and it tells you exactly what size pieces that you need. So if you're someone that likes kits, this booklet is great for you because it has everything detailed out of how to make these layouts. Okay, here we go. I'm going to get into, nope. Here we go. I want to tell you the highlights of the book. Give me just a second here. We are okay. So this year's book has new features. So like I said, it has the 52 project recipes with the cutting guides and instructions. Complete You can complete 104 pages using these project recipes. You can complete 104 pages and you can use 335 plus photos on those pages. Wow. Okay. So each layout, allows you to put lots of pictures in the layout. The recipes, like I said, are from before 2023, but have not been recreated using recent collections and tools. The ingredients are listed. So they give you everything that you need. And like I said, they're before 2023. And so they've never been created with current collections. So even if you've made these recipes before, use a current collection to make them again. There's going to be a book challenge, so you can complete all 52 project recipes over the year in 2025. So that means one project recipe a week, and share your success in the Virtual Crop Facebook group. And then there's going to be probably prizes for completing all of those challenges. So this is a great way to do a 2025 weekly challenge with this book. There is an introduction in the book with instructions on what a project recipe is. So it explains everything out. And like I said, if you are someone who loves kits, that's what this is kits that give you the cutting guide and the supplies that you'll need to make each one. And then the recipes feature anywhere from 5 to 8 plus photos, and that's how they're organized in the book, is by the number of photos. So you can easily jump to the section of the book to search for layouts to accommodate how many photos you have for your layout. So this is a great way to get a lot of layouts done next year and have fun doing it. So like I said, you earn this book and the embellishments for free when you spend $100. So if you are in need of adhesive or refill pages, go stock up on those things that you use up you use the most, like adhesive, peekaboo pockets, foam squares, any kind of your adhesives, the foam tape, the photo tape, the refill pages, all of those things that are consumed in each of your albums. Go grab those and get yourself a free book. All right. And just one little mention of my next retreat that I have coming up. I do have a couple spots available for our class reunion scrapbooking retreat in Houston, Ohio, from November 8th through the 10th. It's only $140. That includes all of your meals except for breakfasts, and your lodging, and it's all in one building. So we each have our own 6-foot table, and there are 2 bedrooms, 10 people per bedroom. So it's really camp style at this Western Buckeye Christian Camp. So I do have a couple spots available. All right, let me jump over to my events that I have coming up, and then we're going to get started on the project for tonight. All right, so Scrapbooking 101 is on October 21st. So grab your calendars and make note of Monday, October 21st at 7 Eastern. We are going to be working on my granddaughter's album that we've been working on all year. It's also in a Fast2Fab album, and it's lots of fun, and the goal is to get this one done by the end of the year, so we're working hard on this one, and we talk about, everything from A to Z for beginners and seasoned scrapbookers, so come and join us. It is right here, just same place that you join me on Wednesday nights, you would join me this Monday night, um, on my Facebook page, in my YouTube channel, or in any of my scrapbooking Facebook groups. All right. Um, so that was the 21st. The 17th, Thursday, the 17th is our next Scrappy Thursday. Elisa and I each make a 2-page layout together using a current collection. And we do this in our Let's Get Scrappy With It Facebook group. So we go live in that group. So join Let's Get Scrappy With It Facebook group so you can watch our layouts once a month on the third Thursday of the month for Scrappy Thursday. And then coming up in 2 days is our next Friday night virtual crop. Woohoo! And it's the Creative Memories virtual crop weekend as well. So we will be making sketches from the Creative Memories virtual crop. And I can't wait. We haven't met the first or the second, third Friday. Gosh, too many days here. We haven't had our second Friday of the month, Friday night virtual crop in a while. So it's been a while since we made Creative Memories virtual crop sketches. So I'm excited to make those with you this Friday. So come join us. You don't have to make the sketches. You can work on whatever projects you have there at home, or you can watch us and just talk to us. We love to talk while we're scrapbooking. So it's up to you. It's lots of fun, and it's right there from the comfort of your scrapping space. You don't have to pack up and go anywhere. You can just jump in the Zoom room with us and scrapbook. So that is coming up this Friday night. If you need the registration link for the Friday night virtual crop, just send me a message on Facebook or email me here at my email address, and I will get that to you. Once you register, then you will be emailed the Zoom meeting link, and then just hold on to that meeting link because we use the same one for all of the Friday night virtual crops, so you don't have to register again. If you save that link, if you bookmark it or save it somewhere in OneNote or something, then you can just simply click on it Friday nights and join us in the Zoom room. We have such a great time. I just love those ladies. They're sweethearts. All right, let me jump over and say hi to Christina. Hello. I hope you're having a good evening too. Thanks, Christina. And Bev, who joins us from Lewis Center, Ohio. Happy 10th birthday, Creative Memories. That's right. And then, all right. I did mine, comes tomorrow. Oh, Christina placed her order and she gets her book tomorrow. And I think I get mine on Friday. So I will have it for the Friday night virtual crop. So those of you that join, I can share that with you and show you all the fun project recipes that it includes, and what the challenge is for 2025. So come join me Friday night. Ooh, Friday night's getting better and better, isn't it? And there's Sue Ellen. Hey, Sue Ellen, good to have you here. One thing I wanted to say before I jump into the project, I just want to say hi to all of our friends down in Florida. I know you probably are not watching tonight, and I hope you are all safe from this second hurricane coming through. We are all thinking of you and praying for you guys to be safe, and praying for this storm to be over quickly so that you can hopefully just get back to your everyday lives. But we're all thinking of you, and then all of our friends also in North Carolina. They got hit by that first hurricane, and I know that that's just been an awful cleanup, and just many people hardships for many people. So we're thinking of all of our scrapbooking friends all over that area and in Florida. Let's pray that this is the last hurricane for that hits land this year. We've had enough, right? All right. Well, you guys take care, and we will see you soon. All right. Hey, Deborah from Yorktown, Virginia. Hope everyone is doing well. Thanks. Hope you're doing well too. Yes, praying for everyone in Florida. Thank you. All right. Well, let's get started. I'm excited. I am going to be starting my next camping album. I finished up my other one and it's packed full. And so it's time to start a new one and just in time to use this Autumn Cottage. I ordered the Fast to Fab album. I just thought it was gorgeous. And look at that foil with the leaves. And yeah, it is Autumn Cottage is the collection, but I'm using it for camping because it's perfect. Look at all these beautiful leaves on the front of here. So I love that we have all this versatility in our products, not only the paper, because we've talked about that before, but also in our albums, many ways, many different themes that you can use these for. So be sure and take a look and think about your yearly albums. What do you guys do every year? Your chronological albums, your holiday albums, that sort of thing. So you really have to take a good close look at all of the pieces of our collections, meaning go through and look at all of the paper. Don't stop at just the title because you really can use them for so many different things other than autumn collections or autumn layouts. So, be sure and take a good look. And what I did this time, this is the first time I've done it, remembered to do it, but I wrote after I took the packaging off, because the packaging has the name of the album and the color. I wrote the color in the bottom of the very back here because that way, and this one is vintage green. That way, when I'm ready to customize my spine, I know which one to select. I know which color this is. I keep meaning to do that. And then I just don't know what color the album is. So vintage green, I wrote it right down here in the bottom. So when I'm ready to do my custom spine, I'll be good to go. All right, so let's take a look through this. And when you're out on my website, there is a link for you to be able to flip through the pages of a Fast to Fab album so that you can see what they all look like. Same with our paper packs. You can flip through those as well. There's a link and you can actually see each of the papers in that pack. So you can get a good idea of what is included, what the papers look like, what the colors and the patterns are. So just keep that in mind when you're out there shopping. You can take a look at every piece in each of the packs. All right, so just going to show you a few. I love this. This was another reason that I chose this for camping, the front of the album, but then also these great colors. Yeah, they are fall, but they're also summer and spring and winter. So, I mean, this is just going to work perfect for my camping. And notice they don't have photo mats pre-designed in them. They're in the older Fast to Fab, they would have photo mats, and then you would have to try and fit your pictures in the photo mats. But these don't designate a photo mat here. So you don't have landscape and portrait and have to try and fit your pictures on what was pre-designed. So I love that too. So lots of great, beautiful, rich colors, neutral colors that really just go with any theme. And you can get these Fast to Fab pages individually. You don't have to get them with the album cover. So you could use these, mix and match these with any of our albums. And they really are going to go with a lot of them because they are just your standard colors here. Oh, I seem to be locked up. My picture locked. There we go. Are we back? I locked up there for a minute. Okay. So that is the Autumn Cottage Fast to Fab pages. Okay. Now let's take a look at the pieces of the collection. Again, they're going to be so awesome for my camping because they're bright and cheerful, and we go camping all year. We start usually in May, and our last camping trip of the year is in October. So these are going to work beautifully for my camping. They are, look at that one. Isn't that gorgeous? The fall leaves. I love it. They really are versatile. They don't have to be autumn at all. So here's one I love. I think it's, well, it could be apples, I guess. I think it's apples. I was thinking acorns at first, but then maybe apples or either. What's your vote? Apples or acorns? I was going to actually use it for an acorn layout because the place we camp has an acorn tree and my grandkids love to collect them. So, all right. That is the Autumn Cottage designer paper pack. And then there's an Autumn Cottage vellum paper pack, which these are really pretty vellum papers. And we're going to use one of those tonight in a layout. So they definitely are some pretty fall colors. And then the stickers. And we always have a sheet of border stickers, which look at these little boot prints. Perfect for my camping. Adventures, Pumpkin Patch, Scenic Route, Bring on the Knits, Sweet as Pie. And then here is the Variety Mat Pack. Fun cards that you can use for your journaling, to decorate, or for your photo mats. I love our Variety Mat Pack. Lots of great ways to sweater weather is better together. Ooh, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Lots of great photo mats, and these are big enough to fit a 4x6 on. Look at these great colors. Also pretty. And then remember to take a look at the front cover sheet of the designer paper pack for your coordinating cardstocks of pumpkin, tangerine, avocado, island waters, and dark sea green. My favorite dark sea green. Okay. Unfortunately, these beautiful laser borders did sell out because they are gorgeous and you really have to get these quickly. It's best to buy a collection at the beginning, the first 2 weeks when it's on 10% off. And, you know, these laser borders, that's something that you probably wanted to grab a couple of because they're so cute and they did sell out. All of these other pieces, though, are still available. All right. I do have everything piled on my desk, so let's hope I haven't lost anything. All right, let's start with our cover page. So I went back through my stash and I found some laser cut paper from the 2023 Croptoberfest, and it looks perfect with this color scheme for Autumn Cottage. So this is what I'm going to put on my first page here. I don't know yet what I'm going to put in these squares. I don't know if I'll put pictures. I was also thinking of one of the mats, and let me just grab those back here. You know, this, if I found one that had a nice saying, or maybe I just put one that has journaling right in there and trim it down. Let's see, these are the bigger ones, you know, and put some journaling there just to, you know, give the introduction of what is in this album. Let me find one of the smaller sizes here and see if those fit better. Yeah, is that the smaller size? Yes. So the smaller size does fit in there perfectly, except I just need to trim it there. But I probably could lay whatever I'm going to put in this one over top of it. And then we need to make our tree straight. There we go. So I could do a journaling box right here. with one of my variety mat packs, which looks really cute. Here's one that says grateful for. There we go. So I could have my journaling here of what is in the album and then do a picture here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I think that's probably the one that we will go with. Okay. So I like to use my repositionable for these. And then what I'll probably do is just put some adhesive on this tree around this frame, since I have what I'm going to put in the center of it, and then leave this open so that I can slide in my picture underneath here. So that's what I'll do with this laser paper, is what we call laser cut paper. We have these, and they're usually double-sided, like this one is. So I could turn it over, and there's a white side on here. Man, decisions. I'm going to stick with that one. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of regular adhesive on the tree down the center. It is thinner, but I can get some regular adhesive on these wider areas. And then I'll put a little bit of repositionable on the tree branches, just so they stay down flat. And then for the frame, just use repositionable. Just a lot easier to run these little dots all around. I can put some regular on these leaves. There we go. And I'll do a little bit on the side of the bottom frame. There we go. So that I have room to lift that up and slide in whatever I'm going to put there. All right, I'm not going to press it down yet. Let me get my adhesive on my mat and slide that underneath. Just trying to make the tree straight. The frames are supposed to be on an angle. There we go. I think we're good right there. And then again, whatever I put down here, I'll just cover this up. I won't worry about trimming that piece of that mat. So I think we're good. We've got the tree straight. There we go. So there's our cover page. Very cute. All right, let's move on. So I want to use, for the bottom part of our pages, I want to use the laser borders that I told you were sold out down here at the bottom. I love the way this orange looks like the sky, and then these laser borders have the little scenic campsite with some Adirondack chairs and a nice big roaring fire, and then some mountains and some trees. So I thought that would look really pretty and have that scenery behind it, or that orange behind it, to look like the sun is setting. So I'm just going to do, and these borders, I love these layered borders because they already have my foam squares. I already have pieces that are raised. You can see that my little A-frame cottage here is up on a foam square. The fire is up on a foam square, and these trees are up on a foam square. They're layered. So I don't have to do any of that layering with these borders. Just going to get this even with the bottom. Plus it looks nice with this, the fire matches that orange behind here too. All right, so here's the other side of my layered border with my mountains and my trees. It's going to go over here. Just going to line it up with the bottom. And we've got a nice amount of orange peeking out from this border at the top. So it really looks nice, like a beautiful sunset. Oh. There we go. And again, it's layered, so all these yellow trees here in front are raised. So we get that nice look of 3D with that border. I love it. All right, so then I've got my pictures printed out. So let's grab our photo trimmer. And I'm going to close my album here just to give me some room. We're going to trim some pictures. There's a lot of space, extra space in these pictures that I don't need. I want to focus on this creepy looking bee. I think that's what it is. I mean, if you look real close, it really looks like he's got sunglasses on and he's got like slicked back hair and he's laughing. I mean, it's just, and these little guys landed on our awning. I didn't touch them because I'm pretty sure they're bees. Somebody who's good with insects can tell me what these things were, but there were like 6 or 7 of them. We put the awning up and all of a sudden they're there immediately. So creepy little insects. All right. And I think this one will stay as a 4x6. So this is going to be my left side of my layout here. And I'm just going to line them up across the center of the page. And I have this little creepy guy. Oh, wait a minute. I was going to put him here. Let me trim him. And then I had one more here. I love doing that, having them laying right next to each other and then just lining them up across the page. I just think that gives it such a cool look. Okay. Here's my creepy bugs. I don't know, maybe I'll put this guy kind of like this. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing across the other side with 3 pictures. So we went on a hike to a waterfall that was completely dried up. And then we saw these pretty mushrooms or whatever they are. Again, if somebody is good with plants, you can tell me what these are. I love this. You guys never know what I'm going to give you some little trivia, right? Okay. And this was if anybody's familiar with Ohio, this is at Houston Woods campsite. Let me get this light off of my... Trying to get rid of that glare, but it's not working. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Jean, let's say hi to anybody else that's joined. I'm glad you're here, Jean. All right. So I'm not going to put these on photo mats. Like I said, I just want to line them up across the center of the page So I'm just going to put them directly down on my refill page. I'm just going to butt it right up against the jeeping here on the edge, and then put my next picture, because I'm leaving these 2 as 4x6 and then putting these other 2 next to it. And same thing here. So I still have the width from this picture. I didn't trim that down. So it's going to be butted up right against one another. And then I can leave a little space. Let's leave a little space right there. And I can do some journaling. I love the kind of paper that has these grids on them, because then you can journal right on those lines. You can use the lines to help you line up your pictures. I just love those. Put my other creepy bug right here. And I'm going to actually I'll trim that off. Since I moved this up a little bit, that's okay. We'll just trim this off. It's hanging off the end of the refill page. And that'll give it a fun look. There you go. There we go. Sorry, just have that glare. I've got my lights going here, so got a little bit of a glare. Let's see if I can't lay something underneath it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to not going to put any photo mats on these, because I want them just to be right next to each other. I feel like that kind of shows like a progression, kind of a timeline of what's happening. And then for this one, I'll do a title of hiking or something to that effect. Okay, so there we go. Fun, fun. Okay, now I'm going to take the piece of the vellum. Remember, I said we were going to use that in our layout. And I used the orange piece, this color here. I'm sorry, yellow. I'm looking and pointing at yellow and saying orange. I used the yellow piece of vellum for our layout. And we're going to use the Sunshine Arches Border Maker cartridge. So it's that one. And we're going to make a little border to go across the top of these pictures. So let me get the album out of the way here. And let's punch this border. And then our page will be done. We just have to journal and add a title. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here in the paper holder. Just unfold that tray out from the bottom. Lift up the arm, slide your paper underneath the arm, and then push it all the way back on this ledge on the tray. Push the arm down, fold the tray back under, snap it in, and then your paper is ready to be punched. It's got this piece sticking out right here to be punched. You put your Border Maker cartridge in the cartridge holder. It snaps in, and you are going to line up this notch that's on the front of it with this notch that's on your paper holder. Okay, and there's 6 of them on the paper holder. Kind of hard to see, but these little notches right here, 6 of them. You're also going to feel these 2 little metal notches that are at the bottom of the cartridge. You're going to feel those lock in place as you slide this from notch to notch. Okay, so that holds it still. So I'm going to line up this notch with this notch. I'm going to feel those 2 metal notches lock in, and I'm going to punch. And I'm going to slide it down, line up notch to notch, and feel those 2 metal notches lock in underneath. It's really easy. If you are sliding and you feel your paper get caught, just take it completely off, then move it down and put it back on, because you don't want to tear your paper. How fun. And this is the vellum, so it is transparent, right? So that's going to look so pretty. All right. So this punch, this style, is a border punch, right? And it's punched our border on the edge of our paper. We do have some borders that are called chains, and they punch the border completely off your paper. So it's independent of your paper. So we have two different styles, a chain and then a border. All right, now how much space do I want underneath? Let me just leave a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the base of where these strips are, these vertical strips, the base of that. I'm going to line that up at my second dotted line on this mat on my trimmer. And that is I always get this wrong, 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, that's 1/16 of an inch. And then, so it's a great way to measure, to have a measurement and not have to use a ruler. And I always have to double check, 1/16 of an inch, right? Or is it an eighth? I am terrible with measurements. It's an eighth. Okay, I always get that wrong. That is an eighth of an inch. So it's a great way to use your trimmer to measure without having to use a ruler. So the second dotted line is an eighth of an inch, and then the edge of the mat is a quarter of an inch. So you can use those to measure when you are trimming. So like I said, I'm going to line up the bottom of this right here at the base underneath these vertical lines with that second dotted line, just to give me a little bit of a strip underneath our sunshine arches. There we go. So very little strip underneath those, because we're going to put these at the top of our picture. All right. And I need to do this whole process again. I need 2 of these. So I'm going to open my tray, open the arm, slide my paper in, close the arm, close the tray. My paper is ready to punch. I'm going to line up my notch to notch, and I'm going to feel these 2 little metal notches lock in underneath in these grooves under here. And that just holds your punch still, so you're getting a nice clean punch. Nice and straight. Nothing is shifting while you punch. There we go. All right. So that is the border maker system. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to trim this off. I'm going to line up the bottom of that arch on that second dotted line to trim it. There we go. There are the sunshine arches for our layout. And we're going to put these little guys all along our pictures at the top. And let me put something underneath my album to get rid of that glare. There we go. Just move it over too. Got to have the lights so you guys can see me, but then it just glares on my pictures. And we're just going to line these fun sunshine arches up here at the top, and then I'll trim this one off. Awesome. All right, let's do it. And we're going to use, I'm going to use repositionable. We do have adhesive that is meant for vellum, but these are very thin, so I'm going to use repositionable for this vellum tonight. All right. Just grab my mat here. It's awesome for my repositionable because it doesn't stick. The repositionable adhesive doesn't stick to it. And then I don't get repositionable everywhere. Okay, I can't remember how many I fit across there. I think I need a little bit on this one. Oh. Just going to line it up right up against my picture, right up against the jeeping. Okay, and then I'm going to trim this off. And let me just trim it off right here at this arch. And then we'll just tuck that underneath the picture. There we go. There we go. So now we have sunshine up here above our little scenery down here. I love it. All right, let's do our other side. Oh, my mat. These are freshly printed pictures here, so they're still a little damp from being printed. All right. So let me just do this on my table instead of on my top of my pictures. I think I'm going to need the whole. We're going to have to trim it though, probably. So if we lay it down like this, there's a little gap there. So we could trim it and lay these two on top of this picture. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to press it down yet, but then I trimmed these two off. Remember from the other side, I could just fill that space in with these two on this side and do maybe a little layer. I think that's what we'll do. Look how that happened. We're going to use up all of our pieces. We are scrapping our stash. That worked out beautifully. How fun. I love the way that looks. I mean, I almost want to do that on the other side too, and up here and here. I love this layered look right here. That's so pretty. And we just kind of happened on it. Well, ladies, there's the fun little thing for this layout, right? You always want to have some kind of fun piece that makes your layout interesting. And maybe that's it. Maybe we double layer it on each of them. Who knew? Who knew this was going to happen tonight? Let's check it out. And so I'll only need 3.5. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I do, let's start with one more and we'll layer it and see if I need another one. That's what happens. You start with one idea and then got some pieces stuck in here and it's not punching cleanly here. You start with one idea and then it just kind of makes its way into other fun things. There we go. It's getting a little caught up here. I got a piece stuck in here. There we go. I think I got it all out. If you get one stuck in there, grab your multi-purpose tool. That flat end is great to slide in here and get pieces out. Anything that's stuck up in there. And I think we're good. There we go. There we go. All right. Let's see if this one will give us the layering that we want. I'm going to trim this off real fast. All right. I'm going to start with this side and fun layering. I may have to lift this other one up because I don't want this one laying on my picture, but I will have to punch just 2 more. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to need 3. I'll do 4 again. So I'll just go ahead and trim this at 4. And get my repositionable on here. All right, and I may have to redo the repositionable on here because I don't want to layer it on top of that one because then it's on my picture. So let me just pull this one up. No big deal. I can just use my tool. Just kind of lift it up a little bit. So I just kind of get it started with my fingernail, get a little piece lifted up, and then just slide this underneath. All right. Let's see how easy this is now to slide this under and get that layering. I guess it was like right there on the other one. I think it's just like that. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's slide this over. And I've got these 2 little ones here. Get some repo on these. It's so fun to be creative with you guys. Thank you all for coming on here tonight and hanging out with me. Like so. And then I just need 2 more. So I'll just punch. I don't need to punch a whole row. I can just punch 2. Get this out of the way here real quick. Just going to punch 2. Ooh. There we go. And I can just trim those off. Just trim off this top piece here. And that's the great thing about our trimmer. We can stop where we need to stop because we just have to look at that white line that's on the side of our blade mechanism, and that shows us exactly where our blade is. So let me get this lined up again. There we go. So I just need to start cutting right there. And I've got it over and start cutting right there. There we go. And then I will trim this with my scissors. All right, so just needed 2 more. Well, this was fun. I had an awesome time with this layout. I got to be creative. I got to decorate. And most importantly, I got my pictures down here. And got this album started. Excuse me. There we go. How fun. So we have a pretty little pattern and decoration up here at the top. I wanted it to look like the sun since we had, our little scenic border at the bottom. And it looks awesome. And it's the same, color palette because it's all from the Autumn Cottage. So everything matches and looks fun. And it was really easy and fun to put together. All right. Well, let me jump back over here and say hi to Roslyn. Hello. And Anne. Hello. Thank you, guys. Rita, so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Roslyn said, "Hi, Pam. I'm happy I've caught you live today. I'm from Australia. Was happy to get the birthday gifts from CM. My order is still to be processed, waiting for my pink order to be delivered." I love it. Thank you, Roslyn, for joining from Australia. Good morning to you. And Jean said, "Great idea." Thanks, Jean. I appreciate that. I think I said hi to everybody. Yes, I think so. Well, thanks, ladies. This was so fun. I am really excited to get started on my next camping album, right? I've got my pictures printed and they're just sitting in my sort box waiting to be put into an album. So thanks for helping me get this started tonight. And I will see you all next week. Let me take a look. Oh, I always do this. I leave my calendar far away. Let me grab my calendar. And I always like to give you a little idea of what we're going to be doing next Wednesday. So let me get to my page here. Next week, I believe we're going to be working on we're going to be working on our calendar albums. So I'm so excited to do that with you next week because I was able to get a few of those pages done. So, the goal is to have that done by the end of the year. So the pressure is on for us to finish that up and so that we're ready to start 2025 and work on current pictures in 2025 too. So we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen. I hope you guys are making good progress in your calendar albums too. All right, everybody. That is all from me tonight. Oh, hey, Debbie. Thanks for saying hi and popping on. I'm glad it popped up in your feed, and I love creative memories too. Thanks everybody for joining me. I always look forward to Wednesday nights with you guys and being creative with you, and I hope this helps motivate and inspire. Have a great weekend if you are going to a crop. And I hope to see you at my virtual crop on Friday night. We're going to be making sketches together, so we're going to have a blast. So come join us, and I'll see you here next week to work on our calendar albums. You guys have a great rest of your week and weekend.